Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to stand before you today as we embark on a journey of transformation. Life, as we know, is filled with challenges, but it is in these very challenges that our true strength is forged. You see, mental strength is not something we are born with. It is something we develop over time through resilience, perseverance, and intentional action. Mental strength is built upon the ability to embrace change and adapt to it. Life is a constant cycle of transformation. Whether it's personal growth, the evolution of relationships, or the shifts in society and the environment. Those who are mentally strong understand that change is inevitable, and instead of resisting it, they find ways to navigate and thrive in its midst. In the face of change, the mentally strong do not panic, complain, or shrink from the challenge. Instead, they see change as an opportunity for growth, learning, and improvement. They realize that in times of transition, there is room for innovation, creativity, and fresh perspectives. A person who is mentally strong recognizes that they are not a product of their circumstances, but rather the way they respond to them. They refuse to allow change to be a force that undermines them. Rather, they take control of how they handle the shifting tides and choose to evolve with them. One of the keys to embracing change is cultivating a mindset that is not anchored in fear, but in opportunity. Fear often arises when we face uncertainty, and when we allow fear to govern our decisions, we become paralyzed by the unknown. But mentally strong individuals approach uncertainty with curiosity and the belief that every situation has something valuable to offer. Whether it's a change in a career path, a shift in personal relationships, or a major life transition, they remain open to new possibilities and view each moment as a chance to refine themselves. Adaptability is another hallmark of mental strength. It's not enough to simply acknowledge that change happens. The mentally strong understand that flexibility is crucial in order to thrive. The ability to pivot, adjust, and evolve with the times is not a sign of weakness, but of inner strength and resilience. People who possess mental strength are willing to step outside of their comfort zones, knowing that staying stagnant in the face of change is more detrimental than making a bold move forward. Consider the impact of adaptability in the workplace. In today's fast-pacing world, industries evolve rapidly, and new technologies emerge regularly. Employees who resist learning new skills or adapting to new systems often find themselves left behind. But those who embrace these changes are not only more successful in their careers, but also position themselves as leaders in their fields. They are continually learning, evolving, and transforming their approach to work, ensuring they remain valuable contributors. This ability to adapt not only improves one's career, but enriches their overall sense of self-worth and capability. Mentally strong people also understand that change is not just external, it often starts from within. Personal growth and transformation require introspection, reflection, and the courage to let go of old habits, thoughts, or beliefs that no longer serve them. Change at the core of who we are can be uncomfortable, yet it is this very discomfort that fuels growth. They push through moments of vulnerability, knowing that shedding the old parts of themselves will ultimately make room for something better. Furthermore, embracing change means accepting that life is not always predictable or perfect. Mentally strong individuals let go of the need for control over every outcome. Instead, they focus on their ability to adapt to whatever comes their way. This acceptance does not mean resignation, but rather a deep understanding that life is a series of evolving events, and it is the ability to bend and adjust in the face of these events that truly matters. At the heart of embracing change is a willingness to release the past. Many people hold on to what was because it feels safe or familiar. They fear the unknown and cling to memories or past achievements as a way to validate their worth. However, mentally strong people do not let the past dictate their future. They honor what has been, but do not allow it to limit what can be. They view the past as a lesson, not a chain. This mindset allows them to approach the future with confidence, knowing that the best is yet to come. When you are able to embrace change fully, you begin to see obstacles not as threats, but as opportunities to evolve. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming become the very catalysts that propel you forward. Each change, each shift in direction is not a sign of defeat, but a chance to adapt, learn, and emerge stronger than before. The strength is not in avoiding change, but in stepping into it with courage, wisdom, and the conviction that you have the power to shape your own response. Mentally strong people focus on what they can control. In life, we often encounter situations that are beyond our influence, whether it's the actions of others, natural events, or unforeseen challenges. It's easy to become overwhelmed or frustrated by circumstances that are out of our hands. However, the key to mental strength lies in acknowledging that we can't control everything, but we have full control over how we respond to those situations. Instead of wasting energy on things that cannot be changed, mentally strong individuals direct their efforts toward what they can influence. This focus on control begins with self-awareness. The first step is recognizing the aspects of life that are within our power. Our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and actions are all within our grasp. Mentally strong people don't allow external events to dictate their internal state. While they may not be able to change what happens to them, they understand that they can control how they react. When life presents challenges, rather than being swept away by negativity or stress, they take a moment to assess the situation and choose a productive response. By concentrating on what they can control, mentally strong people free themselves from the mental and emotional weight of trying to manage the uncontrollable. This shift in focus creates a sense of empowerment. Instead of feeling powerless in the face of adversity, they understand that their true power lies in their ability to make decisions and take action in the face of uncertainty. This allows them to maintain clarity and purpose, even in chaotic or difficult circumstances. One area where focusing on what can be controlled is particularly important is in our daily habits. Habits form the foundation of our lives, and while we may not be able to control every event, we can choose how we spend our time, energy, and focus. Mentally strong people prioritize daily routines that nurture their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. They wake up early to set the tone for the day, engage in activities that align with their goals, and cultivate healthy habits such as exercise, meditation, or reading. These actions are all within their control and contribute to their overall sense of resilience and strength. In relationships, focusing on what can be controlled is also vital. We cannot control how others behave or think, but we can control how we communicate, how we show up, and how we react to others. Mentally strong people take responsibility for their own actions and ensure they interact with others in a way that reflects their values and beliefs. Rather than seeking to control or change others, they focus on being the best version of themselves in their interactions, fostering positive and respectful relationships. By letting go of the need to control others, they create more space for peace, harmony, and understanding in their lives. Another crucial aspect of controlling what we can is managing our mindset. Life is filled with external pressures, but mentally strong individuals have developed the ability to control their internal narrative. They guard their thoughts carefully, recognizing that negative thinking can be paralyzing. When faced with challenges, they choose to adopt a mindset that is solution-oriented and optimistic. This doesn't mean they ignore difficulties, but they refuse to be consumed by them. Instead, they focus on what they can do in the present moment to make progress, no matter how small. This mindset helps them stay grounded and focused, even when external factors feel overwhelming. Control also extends to our emotional responses. Mentally strong people recognize that they have the ability to manage their emotions rather than letting emotions control them. It's natural to experience frustration, anger, or sadness when faced with adversity, but it's how we choose to handle those emotions that defines mental strength. By developing emotional intelligence and practicing self-regulation, mentally strong individuals can respond to situations with calmness and clarity rather than being overtaken by impulsive reactions. This ability to manage emotions not only helps in navigating tough situations, but also contributes to healthier relationships and better decision-making. Ultimately, focusing on what can be controlled allows mentally strong individuals to live with intention and purpose. Rather than being reactive, they become proactive, taking steps each day to align their actions with their values and goals. They understand that while life can be unpredictable, their response to it is always within their power. By consistently focusing on the things they can control, they create a life that reflects their highest aspirations, regardless of the circumstances they face. Mentally strong people practice self-discipline and consistency. In a world filled with distractions, temptations, and the ever-present pull to procrastinate, self-discipline is one of the most vital qualities that separate those who achieve their goals from those who struggle to make progress. Self-discipline is the ability to stay focused and committed to a course of action, even when it's difficult or when immediate rewards are not evident. It requires a strong will and the ability to make choices that align with long-term goals rather than seeking instant gratification. Mentally strong individuals understand that success is rarely instantaneous. They know that their actions today will determine the results they see tomorrow. They do not rely on fleeting motivation or the rush of excitement that often accompanies new ventures. Instead, they know that consistency is the key to enduring success. They commit to their goals, no matter how small, and take deliberate steps every day, building the momentum needed to keep moving forward. Self-discipline is not just about making the right choices in the big moments, but also about the ability to consistently make the right decisions, even in the mundane and ordinary moments of life. It is in the small, daily actions that mental strength is built. A mentally strong person doesn't wait for motivation to strike, but instead forms habits that reinforce their goals and work ethic. They wake up early, even when they'd prefer to sleep in. They stay focused on their work, even when they'd rather relax. They continue to push forward, even when obstacles arise. It is this daily commitment to the process, day in and day out, that sets them apart. Consistency, like self-discipline, is a cornerstone of mental strength. Success is not about achieving one major breakthrough. It's about the steady, unrelenting pursuit of progress over time. Mentally strong people don't allow themselves to be swayed by setbacks or failures. Instead, they use those experiences as learning opportunities and remain dedicated to their vision. They understand that success is built over time, and they approach every task with the same level of commitment, regardless of how challenging it may be. Their consistency in applying effort, regardless of the external circumstances, is what leads to lasting achievement. Mentally strong people also understand that self-discipline is about making sacrifices in the short term for long-term gain. They don't get distracted by the immediate pleasures that might pull them off track, whether it's saying no to unhealthy food, resisting the urge to binge-watch television, or avoiding the distractions of social media. They have mastered the art of choosing what serves their bigger picture over momentary indulgence. They know that discipline today means freedom tomorrow. Freedom to live the life they desire and achieve the success they are working towards. This self-discipline is especially important when it comes to managing emotions. Mentally strong individuals don't let their feelings dictate their actions. They may feel frustrated, upset, or even discouraged, but they don't allow these emotions to derail their progress. They practice emotional regulation, which allows them to stay focused on their goals, even when emotions are running high. By controlling their responses to challenges, they remain steadfast and resolute in their commitment to what matters most, rather than giving in to fleeting impulses or reactive behavior. Consistency in practicing self-discipline also applies to how mentally strong people treat themselves. They prioritize their physical and mental health, recognizing that both are essential for long-term success. This includes committing to regular exercise, eating nourishing foods, getting adequate rest, and engaging in activities that promote mental clarity and peace. By maintaining balance and investing in their overall well-being, they ensure they have the energy, focus, and resilience to continue their journey toward their goals. Mentally strong people also develop self-discipline by setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. Whether it's setting boundaries in personal relationships or in their professional life, they know what they are willing to accept and what they are not. This consistency in respecting their boundaries helps them maintain their focus and ensures they stay on the path they've set for themselves. It also helps them to protect their time and energy so they can dedicate themselves to their most important tasks without being distracted by unnecessary demands in the pursuit of their goals. Mentally strong individuals do not give in to the temptation to quit when things get tough. They embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and approach obstacles with a problem-solving mindset. When they stumble or encounter failure, they don't see it as a reason to give up, but rather as part of the journey. Their self-discipline keeps them grounded, focused, and committed to achieving success even when the road is difficult and the results are not immediately visible. Through their consistency and unwavering commitment, they build the resilience needed to continue pressing forward toward their ultimate objectives. Mentally strong people build and maintain a strong support system. In life, no one can truly thrive alone, and those who are mentally strong recognize the importance of surrounding themselves with individuals who uplift, encourage, and challenge them. These relationships provide the foundation of support needed during difficult times and celebrate their successes when things are going well. Mentally strong people don't try to navigate life's challenges in isolation. They understand that a reliable support system can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth and emotional resilience. One of the first steps in building a strong support system is recognizing the value of healthy relationships. Mentally strong individuals are intentional about who they allow into their lives. They seek out relationships that are rooted in mutual respect, trust, and understanding. They are not interested in superficial connections or relationships that drain their energy. Instead, they build connections with people who encourage them to be their best selves and who provide constructive feedback when needed. These individuals become sources of strength, offering wisdom and perspective during difficult times. Having a strong support system also means being willing to be vulnerable with others. Mentally strong individuals don't hide their struggles or emotions. They understand that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a courageous act of allowing others to be a part of their journey. By sharing their challenges with trusted individuals, they open the door for emotional support, guidance, and sometimes even solutions they might not have considered on their own. Being vulnerable also helps them feel seen and heard, which in turn reduces feelings of isolation and strengthens the bonds they share with others. In addition to vulnerability, mentally strong people also understand the importance of reciprocity in their relationships. They are not just looking to take, they also invest time, energy, and emotional effort into supporting others. They know that building strong relationships is a two-way street, and that true connection comes from being present for others as much as they are present for them. By showing up for those they care about, they foster trust and deepen the bonds that are essential for a lasting and effective support system. These reciprocal relationships create a sense of community and belonging, which is essential for mental well-being. A strong support system also involves knowing when to seek professional help. Mentally strong individuals recognize that sometimes their challenges go beyond what their family or friends can support them with, and they are not afraid to reach out for professional guidance. Whether it's a therapist, life coach, or mentor, they understand the value of expert advice and emotional support when they face particularly challenging circumstances. This willingness to seek help when needed is an important part of maintaining mental strength, as it prevents them from becoming overwhelmed or stuck in unproductive patterns of thinking. Having a diverse support system is also key to mental strength. Mentally strong individuals don't rely on just one person to fulfill all their needs. Instead, they build relationships across different aspects of their lives: family, friends, colleagues, mentors, and even online communities. This diversity ensures that they have access to different perspectives, support, and advice when needed. It also helps them avoid overburdening any one person with too much responsibility, creating a more balanced and sustainable system of support. Another key element of a strong support system is the ability to set boundaries. While support is essential, mentally strong people understand the importance of maintaining healthy boundaries in relationships. They know when to say no, when to step back, and when to protect their own emotional and mental well-being. By maintaining clear boundaries, they ensure that they are not taken advantage of or overwhelmed by others' needs. This self-awareness ensures that their relationships remain healthy, respectful, and mutually beneficial. Finally, mentally strong people understand that their support system is not static. They recognize that relationships evolve over time, and they are open to nurturing new connections while letting go of those that no longer align with their values or goals. They are not afraid to reassess their relationships and make changes when necessary, understanding that personal growth often involves shedding old dynamics and embracing new ones. By constantly evaluating and adjusting their support system, they ensure that they have the right people in their lives to help them navigate the challenges ahead. Mentally strong people accept failure as a stepping stone to success. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their worth or abilities, but rather a natural part of the journey toward achieving their goals. Rather than fearing failure, mentally strong individuals embrace it as an inevitable and valuable learning experience. They view failure not as a setback, but as a lesson that offers insights and opportunities for growth that would otherwise be missed. One of the core aspects of mental strength is the ability to separate personal identity from failure. Many people experience failure as a blow to their self-esteem or a confirmation that they are not good enough. However, mentally strong individuals maintain the perspective that failure is an event, not an identity. They know that a single failure does not define them, and it certainly does not dictate their future. Instead, they view failure as a momentary experience, one that can be used as fuel for improvement. This mindset allows them to recover quickly, learn from their mistakes, and move forward without being weighed down by the past. Another key element of accepting failure is the ability to analyze it constructively. Mentally strong people do not dwell on the negative aspects of their failures or wallow in self-pity. Instead, they take a step back and objectively assess what went wrong. They ask themselves questions like, what could I have done differently? What did I learn from this experience? And how can I improve moving forward? This kind of reflection allows them to gain valuable insights that help them avoid making the same mistakes in the future. It is this ability to learn from failure that ultimately leads to greater success as they continuously refine their strategies and approaches. Mentally strong individuals also recognize that failure is often a precursor to greater achievements. Many of the most successful people in the world have encountered multiple failures before reaching their goals. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up lies in how they respond to failure, while others may see failure as the end of the road. Mentally strong people see it as an opportunity to try again with more knowledge and determination. They embrace the idea that every failure brings them one step closer to success, and that the process of learning, growing, and adapting is what truly matters in the long run. Additionally, mentally strong people understand that failure often leads to innovation and creativity. When something does not go as planned, it forces them to think outside the box and explore new solutions. Failure can push them to approach problems from a different angle, be more resourceful, and develop new strategies that they may not have considered if everything had gone according to plan. In this way, failure can be an essential part of the creative process as it encourages individuals to step out of their comfort zones and find new ways to solve problems. Embracing failure also requires resilience, the ability to bounce back after experiencing hardship or disappointment. Mentally strong people possess this resilience, knowing that failure is only temporary and that their ability to persevere is what will ultimately determine their success. They refuse to let failure dictate the outcome of their efforts. Instead, they keep pushing forward with renewed focus and determination, trusting that persistence will pay off over time. This resilience helps them stay on track even when the road to success becomes difficult or unclear. In addition to resilience, mentally strong people possess a growth mindset. This mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. When they experience failure, they do not see it as evidence that they are incapable, but rather as an opportunity to develop their skills and knowledge. They approach challenges with a sense of optimism, believing that failure is not the end, but rather a part of the ongoing process of learning and improvement. This mindset fuels their ability to keep going, even in the face of setbacks, because they understand that every failure is a chance to grow and get better. Mentally strong individuals also practice self-compassion after failure. Instead of beating themselves up or criticizing their mistakes harshly, they are kind to themselves, acknowledging that failure is a natural part of life. They treat themselves with the same understanding and encouragement that they would offer a friend in a similar situation. This self-compassion helps them maintain their mental and emotional well-being, allowing them to recover quickly from setbacks and stay focused on their goals. By treating themselves with kindness, they are able to maintain the motivation and energy needed to continue pursuing their dreams, despite any obstacles that may arise. Mentally strong people set clear, realistic goals and break them down into manageable steps. They understand that success doesn't happen overnight and that the journey toward achieving meaningful objectives requires a well-thought-out plan. By setting clear and realistic goals, mentally strong individuals create a roadmap for themselves that gives them direction and purpose. These goals are not vague or unattainable dreams. Instead, they are concrete, achievable targets that guide their actions and decisions on a daily basis. Setting clear goals is a powerful way to bring focus and clarity to one's life. Mentally strong people know exactly what they want to achieve, and they articulate their goals in a way that is specific, measurable, and time-bound. By doing so, they eliminate confusion and ambiguity about what needs to be done. They avoid setting goals that are too broad or undefined, as they know that such goals can quickly become overwhelming and hard to tackle. Instead, they break down their larger goals into smaller, more manageable objectives, which allows them to take one step at a time without feeling overwhelmed. Breaking goals down into smaller steps is crucial for maintaining momentum and building confidence. When faced with a large, daunting goal, it can be easy to become discouraged and give up before even beginning. However, mentally strong individuals approach their goals by dividing them into smaller, achievable tasks. This process makes their goals feel more attainable, as they can focus on accomplishing one small thing at a time rather than feeling overwhelmed by the larger picture. Each small success along the way boosts their confidence and reinforces their commitment to the overall goal. By celebrating these smaller milestones, they create a sense of progress that keeps them motivated and moving forward. Mentally strong individuals also set realistic goals, understanding the importance of setting targets that are both challenging and achievable. They know that setting goals that are too lofty or unrealistic can lead to frustration and burnout. At the same time, setting goals that are too easy or unchallenging won't push them to grow or achieve their full potential. The key is to strike a balance, ensuring that goals are ambitious enough to require effort and determination, but not so unrealistic that they feel impossible. Mentally strong people set themselves up for success by creating goals that stretch their abilities while remaining within the realm of possibility. In addition to setting clear and realistic goals, mentally strong people are disciplined in working toward those goals every day. They understand that progress is made through consistent effort, not through bursts of motivation or fleeting inspiration. They commit to their goals, regardless of how challenging or time-consuming the process may be. This commitment is rooted in the understanding that success requires hard work, and that small, consistent actions over time will lead to larger accomplishment. Mentally strong individuals don't get discouraged by setbacks or obstacles. Instead, they stay focused on their goals, adjusting their strategies as needed, but never losing sight of their objectives. Another key aspect of goal setting for mentally strong people is their ability to remain flexible. While they have a clear vision of what they want to achieve, they also understand that the path to success is rarely linear. They are open to adjusting their plans or timelines as circumstances change, and they don't let unexpected challenges derail their progress. Rather than being rigid in their approach, mentally strong individuals view change and setbacks as opportunities to learn and adapt. They know that the ability to pivot when necessary is an important aspect of reaching their goals, and that staying flexible allows them to navigate obstacles with greater ease. Mentally strong people also hold themselves accountable for their goals. They take full responsibility for their actions and decisions, knowing that they're the ones who ultimately control their success. They do not make excuses or blame external factors for their failures. Instead, they evaluate their progress honestly, acknowledging areas where they need to improve, and taking the necessary steps to get back on track. This sense of personal accountability ensures that they remain committed to their goals and continue working toward them even when things get tough. Lastly, mentally strong individuals use setbacks as opportunities to adjust their goals and strategies. They don't view failure as a reason to abandon their objectives altogether. Instead, they see setbacks as a natural part of the process and an opportunity to refine their approach. They understand that not everything will go according to plan, but rather than giving up or feeling defeated, they use challenges as a chance to grow and evolve. This ability to adapt their goals and strategies ensures that they stay focused on their long-term vision, no matter what obstacles come their way. Mentally strong people take responsibility for their actions and choices. They understand that their lives are shaped by the decisions they make, and they refuse to blame external circumstances or other people for their failures or challenges. Rather than making excuses or shifting blame, they own up to their mistakes and learn from them. This level of personal accountability is a key trait of mental strength because it empowers individuals to take control of their lives and work toward positive change. Taking responsibility for their actions allows mentally strong people to stop feeling like victims of their circumstances. Instead of complaining about the things they cannot control, they focus on what they can change. They recognize that while they cannot always control the outcomes of every situation, they do have control over their reactions and responses. By embracing this mindset, they stop waiting for external factors to improve and instead take proactive steps to improve themselves and their circumstances. Personal responsibility also means acknowledging that they are the ones who create their own opportunities. Mentally strong individuals do not sit back and wait for success to come to them. They actively pursue their goals and take the necessary steps to move forward. When faced with obstacles, they don't look for someone or something to blame. Instead, they focus on finding solutions, making adjustments, and putting in the work required to overcome challenges. They understand that success is the result of their efforts, and they take full responsibility for the choices that either propel them forward or hold them back. This level of accountability is not limited to their external actions. It also extends to their internal world. Mentally strong people are honest with themselves about their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. They don't shy away from self-reflection or self-examination. They recognize their own flaws and imperfections, but view them as areas for growth rather than reasons to give up. Instead of denying their weaknesses or pretending that they don't exist, they confront them head-on. This willingness to look inward and take responsibility for their own growth enables them to continuously evolve and improve. Additionally, mentally strong individuals understand that their choices affect others. They take responsibility not only for their own actions, but also for how those actions impact the people around them. They strive to make decisions that align with their values and principles, knowing that their behavior influences their relationships, both personally and professionally. When they make a mistake, they don't hesitate to own up to it and make amends where necessary. They understand that taking responsibility for their actions creates a foundation of trust and respect in their relationships, and that accountability is essential for maintaining healthy and productive interactions. Taking responsibility also means not relying on excuses. Mentally strong people don't try to justify poor decisions or circumstances that are less than ideal. They refuse to hide behind excuses because they know that doing so only keeps them stuck in unproductive patterns. Instead, they acknowledge when they've made a misstep and take the necessary actions to correct it. This level of self-awareness and accountability allows them to move forward without being weighed down by guilt or shame. They understand that making mistakes is a natural part of life, but it's their response to those mistakes that defines their growth. This strong sense of responsibility also enables mentally strong people to stay focused on their goals. When challenges arise, they don't point fingers or look for someone to blame. Instead, they take ownership of the situation and look for ways to overcome the difficulties they face. By accepting responsibility for the things they can control, they empower themselves to find solutions and keep moving forward. They avoid getting stuck in a victim mentality or wasting energy on blaming others because they know that this approach is counterproductive. Moreover, mentally strong individuals know that taking responsibility means making difficult choices. They don't shy away from decisions that may be uncomfortable or unpopular if they align with their values and long-term goals. They understand that true personal growth often requires stepping outside of their comfort zone and making choices that may involve risk, sacrifice, or short-term discomfort for long-term gain. By consistently taking responsibility for their decisions and actions, they build the mental strength needed to tackle even the most difficult situations and challenges that arise. Mentally strong people practice self-discipline and consistently maintain focus on their long-term goals. They understand that success is not about quick wins or instant gratification, but rather about making steady, deliberate progress over time. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of their ability to stay on track, even when distractions or temptations arise. It's about having the strength to do what needs to be done, regardless of whether it feels easy or enjoyable in the moment. This commitment to self-discipline is one of the defining traits that allows mentally strong individuals to achieve their highest potential. Practicing self-discipline means having the ability to control impulses and stay focused on what truly matters. Mentally strong people recognize that they are often faced with choices that may seem appealing in the short term, but are not aligned with their long-term objectives. For instance, they may resist the temptation to procrastinate, indulge in unhealthy habits, or succumb to distractions that take them off course. Instead of giving in to immediate desires or distractions, they prioritize their goals and choose actions that support their long-term vision. This ability to delay gratification and make decisions based on future benefits rather than immediate pleasures is what sets them apart from those who lack self-discipline. In addition to resisting temptations, mentally strong individuals also develop the ability to create and maintain routines that support their goals. They understand that discipline is not just about saying no to distractions, but also about saying yes to the right activities. They create daily or weekly habits that help them stay consistent and focused on what they want to achieve. This might include dedicating time each day to work on their goals, exercising regularly, reading or learning new skills, or practicing mindfulness and self-care. These consistent routines help them build momentum, making it easier to stay on course even when obstacles arise. Mentally strong people also recognize the importance of perseverance in practicing self-discipline. There are times when the path to success becomes difficult and the urge to quit can be overwhelming. However, mentally strong individuals understand that consistency is more important than immediate results. They do not get discouraged by setbacks or slow progress. Instead, they keep pushing forward, knowing that small, disciplined actions will lead to significant results over time. Their perseverance ensures that they don't give up after facing a challenge, but instead stay committed to their goals, even when the going gets tough. Furthermore, mentally strong people hold themselves accountable for maintaining their self-discipline. They recognize that they are responsible for their own success and that their actions directly influence their outcomes. When they fall short of their expectations or slip into old habits, they do not make excuses or point fingers. Instead, they take responsibility for their actions, learn from their mistakes, and get back on track. This accountability helps them stay honest with themselves about their progress and encourages them to continue making disciplined choices, even when it feels challenging. Mentally strong individuals also recognize the need for balance in practicing self-discipline. While they are dedicated to their long-term goals, they also understand the importance of rest, recovery, and self-care. They know that being too rigid or overly focused on their goals can lead to burnout and exhaustion. Therefore, they make sure to carve out time for relaxation, hobbies, and spending time with loved ones. This balance ensures that their self-discipline does not become a source of stress, but instead serves as a tool for sustainable progress. Another key aspect of self-discipline is the ability to stay focused in the face of distractions. In today's fast-pacing world, distractions are everywhere. From social media and technology to the demands of daily life, mentally strong people are able to maintain their focus and attention on what matters most, even when distractions arise. They do this by setting clear priorities and minimizing external distractions, whether by creating a quiet work environment or setting boundaries with others. This level of focus helps them maintain productivity and ensures that their efforts are directed toward their goals. Lastly, practicing self-discipline involves knowing when to push harder and when to step back. Mentally strong individuals understand that self-discipline is not about being rigid or unyielding. There are times when pushing forward is necessary to achieve success, but there are also times when taking a break or reassessing one's approach is equally important. They have the wisdom to recognize the difference and make decisions based on what is best for their overall well-being and long-term goals. By staying flexible and adjusting their strategies as needed, they ensure that their self-discipline remains effective and sustainable over time.